As you know, California's special gubernatorial recall election is right around the corner. And one of the candidates hoping to replace Gavin Newsom is Anthony Trimino. He is the only Cuban-American in the race, and he is joining me live. Good to see you, Mr. Trimino.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing great. So tell us why you are running, and how does your Cuban background make you different than the rest, or does it?
Sure, it does. I'm actually running because my grandfather fled communist Cuba in the 50s to pursue the American dream here in the United States, specifically in California. And that American dream is on life support system right now. As a business owner, a family man, someone who believes in medical freedom, we are witnessing one of the greatest attacks on our freedom and liberty in U.S. history. So I'm running and fighting for business, for families, but also to preserve that American dream that my grandfather fled Cuba to pursue.
I'm curious to get your grandfather's opinion on the state of the country right now. California's, has he shared that with you at all?
My grandfather has since passed, but I've often said this: in 2020, if my grandfather would have been alive, walking the streets of California to witness churches closed, businesses closed, the government controlling media, he would have asked himself, you know, is this Cuba or is this the country I fled Cuba to pursue? And so I think it's incredible. Anybody who understands communism and socialism can see the writing on the wall. It's arrived in our shores, and we need to push back and fight back hard against it.
Yeah, my mother is an immigrant as well from China, and she says she cannot recognize America as it is today. She says it's definitely changing. California's special gubernatorial recall election is on September 14th. Residents have already started receiving mail-in ballots. So do you think Governor Gavin Newsom will actually get voted out? The most recent poll shows that the state is almost split right down the middle.
Yeah, the interesting thing about polls, not that we can trust polls, but a Berkeley poll recently indicated that the appetite for the recall was about 50-50. And since Berkeley skews far left, you can bet that those numbers are probably more around 60-40, 70-30. There's a huge groundswell of people, not just Republicans, but independents and Democrats as well, who have been impacted by Governor Newsom's tyrannical reign over the last 15 months, and they want him out. And I think we're going to see greater numbers than anyone anticipates.
So during the height of the pandemic, California had the strictest lockdowns in the country, as you know. You have said you want to keep California open and make sure it never closes again, even with the Delta variant and other variants threatening everyone. It's first day of school for many children. How will you do that and also make everyone feel safe?
Yeah, I think that the virus didn't cause the pandemic. Our overreaction to the virus caused the pandemic. And I think that certain governors overreacted, they overreached, and they miscalculated. And so as governor on day one, I will lift the state of emergency. That will take away power from local government to impose unnecessary mandates like mask mandates. We'll stop any and all conversation around vaccine verifications and vaccine passports, and we'll immediately lift the mandates on all of our teachers, healthcare workers, and students to get the vaccine. I am not an anti-vaxxer. I believe that if you want a vaccine, you've done the homework, you weighed out the risks, you look at the risk versus reward, and you believe that that is the best decision for you and your family, get the vaccine. And I believe that the state should make that available to you. But if you've done your homework, done your research, and calculated the risk and decided that that is not what you want for you and your family, the government shouldn't be overreaching, shouldn't demand it, and absolutely shouldn't mandate it.
So since we're on the healthcare topic, you have also said that our healthcare system is fundamentally broken. How so, and how would you fix it?
Yeah, I've spent the last 20 years working with health plans, medical groups, hospitals, surgeons, doctors all across the nation. And they can't wait to sit at the table with me to address some of the problems that we're facing. Just access to care, access to affordable care, access to quality care, implementing technology so that we can actually use telemedicine in a more effective way, which will alleviate a lot of the stress and strain on our hospitals and our urgent care centers. So we're going to come with a robust plan of implementing technology and cost-effective measures to get people the healthcare they need at affordable cost, whether or not you want to physically go in and access that healthcare or you want to do it remotely. I think that we should have the options.
The homeless crisis is a huge topic here in California. How would you address not only the homelessness in the state, but also the housing crisis.
Yeah, so the recent numbers have shown that part of the number one contributor to homelessness right now are the high cost of housing. And then once you become homeless, then you're dealing with the potential of mental health issues, drug abuse, etc. What we will do immediately is we will eliminate many of the jobs that Governor Newsom has in place of people that are actually intended to fix the homeless problem that haven't. We're going to take a lot of those funds, divert those funds and other funds, and we're going to fund nonprofit and church-based organizations from San Diego to San Francisco that already have feet on the street, boots on the street. They can mobilize. They're social workers, mental health workers, ready to clothe, feed, and help the homeless. We're going to let our police actually be police, start cleaning up this mess. The people that should be incarcerated will be incarcerated. Those that need mental health, we're going to operate out of compassion, and we're going to get them the help they need. But the idea that our streets have been overrun and overtaken by the homeless and that our mayors are weak and our police are not allowed to police needs to stop.
Yeah, Anthony Trimino running for the governor of California in the special recall election that is set for September 14th. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Want to see more videos like this? Visit OANN.com for immediate access to all the clips you've been waiting to see.